Welcome everybody, and hello race fans here to Las Vegas Motor Speedway as we bring you Friday Night Thunder. Here sponsored by Friday Night Thunder and the good people over at MSRL. I want to say thank you to all who is tuning in this afternoon as we bring you all the live action here for 107 laps here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway at the South Point Casino 107 here in this afternoon. I'm your host, Bill Deal, and we bring you all the action here as we are watching the cars line up and getting ready to race this afternoon. The drivers have already been briefed about their meetings, and the command has been given. It's been given to start their engines, and we're waiting for the pace car to come out so they can hit the track, and we begin to race this afternoon here, folks. So thank you for joining. And as we get ready here, we'll give you a quick rundown of who, what, where, and when. Sometimes why. But anyhow, thank you for joining us here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway with Friday Night Thunder. I want to give you a quick rundown of who's what position the car is in this afternoon, and we'll be able to give you that and show you who's leading what, where, when, and how. We just been over that. And pole position this afternoon is Ron Blackwell, that 25 Chevrolet. And second position, Dave Christensen in that Cam King Chevrolet. Third is Ivan Deschamps in that Tampa Bay Buccaneers Dodge. Fourth is Dave Martin, that Conservative America Ford Fusion. Fifth is Keith Chestnut in that 31 Wrangler Chevrolet. Sixth is Mark Cruz in that Cheech and Chong number 8. Seventh is Tina Hall in that AutoWorks Dodge. Eighth is Roy Hagemeyer in that General Lee Dodge. And rounding out the top 9 is Brian Lawhead from Fort White, Florida, in that Game of Thrones Ford Fusion. We get ready to go green flag racing here this afternoon for 107 laps. So let's see if we can get some good action going on. Pace car is coming around turn 4. Here you see it, Las Vegas. And the lights are off. Pace car is dropping down to the bottom of the track. And we're fixing to go green flag racing. See the guy up on the podium give it a drop the flag. We'll be getting it done. 107 laps here this afternoon at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. And here they go. Green, green, green. The guys are off and running. You'll see Ron Blackwell in that number 25 Chevrolet jump out in front. The 19 car of Ivan Deschamps and the 61 is battling. Now you see the 19 working on that 25 car trying to take over that first spot. You see 5 or 6 cars up there running around trying to battle for that same zip code. And Ron Blackwell gets it done here on the first lap, leading the first lap. As he comes across the start-finish line, got a little bit of a lead on Ivan Deschamps. And we see one car sliding down pit road. We don't know what's happening, but we think the caution flag has come out here this afternoon. As we go back and watch and see what happens here, we'll do a little bit fast for you. So we don't have the money that some of these high-dollar broadcasters have. We just have to do it the best way we can. So I think we went a little bit too far, but we'll speed up and catch it, so it doesn't really matter. But we see the we see the 11 car in the 01, the 11 car of Brian Lawhead and the 01 of Roy Hagemeyer tangled up, and it looks like, from what I gather, the 01 didn't slow down, didn't check up, got a little squirrely, got sideways, hit the 11, hit the wall, bounced down the bottom side of the track, and came back up across the track and collected the 11 car, and the 01 is running upside the wall. So that's caution number 1 here on lap 1 for these guys, which will be lap 2. And evidently that 01 car is having some problems keeping this car on the track. Maybe a mechanical issue, maybe driver issue, who knows. But there's a lot of radio chatter right now. So we'll see what happens as we catch up to the rest of the field. Pace car is coming out of the pits. So it's taking over the field of cars here this afternoon. We see Ron Blackwell in leading the race, Ivan Shanton second. Looks like Dave Christensen third, Keith Chestnut fourth, Dave Martin fifth, and Tina Hall sixth. I want to say a lot about Tina Halls here this afternoon. Tina has just joined us recently from stock car racing. She's done a tremendous job here, keeping her car and learning the ropes, keeping her car out of trouble. Sometimes things happen when you don't have a lot of seat time. But all in all, she's done a fantastic job. We're thankful that she's joined our league here on Friday Night Thunder, and she keeps going the way she's going. She's going to be a tough competitor down the road. There's no doubt about it. As we see the pace car here across the start-finish line here on lap 2, and there'll be a couple more laps here. So while they're under caution here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, we're going to take a station break here at Go Fast TV, and we'll be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and race fans as well. We see pit road action here on lap 4. You see Dave Christensen at 61, Keith Chestnut at 31, and coming into the pits and taking service. And I remind you, the pit road speed here is 50 miles per hour. So these guys are going to have to be very careful. We see the 8 car of Mark Cruz coming in. A little bit of confusion here this afternoon is why 61 is parked in 31. 31's parked in 11, and God knows where the 8 went to, but as long as they get the tires and the fuel they need and get back out on the track, so be it. As we see Keith Chestnut beating the 61 and the 8 off pit road, coming back up to the 5th position here, and on lap 4 this afternoon here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. So we're looking about a little over about an hour and 10 minutes. Caution is out here, as you can see. The backstretch, the lights are on the backstretch flashing, so we're still under caution here this afternoon. Ron Blackwell still our leader. Ivan Shanton number 2 position. Dave Martin is taking over number 3, and Tina Halls is in 4th. Keith Chestnut's in 5th. Dave Christensen in 6th. Mark Cruz in 7th. Brian Lawhead is 8th, and we think that Roy Hagemeyer in the 01 Dodge is coming out of the pits. Been in there a little bit longer than he anticipated. Had some damage to his car earlier wreck with the 11 car. And 11 getting his car fixed, getting repairs and tires and stuff like that, what have you. We watched that 01 Dodge of Roy Hagemeyer come around turn 3 and 4. And he has still got some problems with that car. She's still sliding all over the place. But maybe he'll get it together before it's over with. Who knows? And we'll go back to Green Flag Racing. I want to thank everybody tonight for joining us here. Welcome everybody here to racetrack. We certainly appreciate you joining us. And also, a little invite to anyone who's interested who drives stock car sim racing. If you're interested in joining this Friday Night League, availability is still open. It's open to anyone who's got the equipment to get it done and the wants to get it done. As old Junior Johnson says, if you want to do something bad enough, you'll find the time to do it. So you're on lap 5 if you guys are girls or whoever is interested in going to Friday Night Thunder. Just check them out on Facebook page, Friday Night Thunder. The word night is all capital letters. It's really easy to find. And they've got an email address at FridayNightThunder18@gmail.com. So send them an email if you're interested in joining them for an action-packed Friday night racing. Some of these races usually last about an hour to an hour and a half, depending on the culture they have and the time allotted run. But there's a lot of action here this afternoon. So, and you see there's all kinds of cars and all kinds of numbers. So there's still a bunch of numbers left. You can come in and talk to the administrators Friday Night Thunder, and they will request a number. If they can give that number to you, they will. If they can't, they'll move on to the next one. But pretty much the numbers you see here is pretty much taken, so except for the 8X, and that's a spare car. That will be a spare car that new drivers drive until they get their car, whatever kind of brand car they get it painted, get it out of the track. Sponsor, they will have a guy over there with Friday Night Thunder, and that's already a pace car. Pace car going around in turn 3, coming into turn 4 here on lap 6. Is we see the pace car drop down. We fix to back green flag racing here, starting on the lap number 7. We watched the leader Ron Blackwell take charge this afternoon. Ivan Johnson, that 19 Dodge down low. Green flag drops. Here we go. Ivan Johnson at 19, that 25, getting together just a little bit. Get close to one though. See them guys battling side by side here. Ivan Johnson at that first position, so he gets it. That 31 and that 73 is working side by side, trying to run their race. That 31 on the bottom, that 73 on the top, that 25, and that right behind that 19, they're battling. Oh, to get a little together there, a little bit get together there, hitting the wall. That 25 did sniff the wall there, so it looks like the 19 to 25 got together a little bit there, and I don't think that brought out the caution, but we do have another caution here on lap 8. And trying to figure out what's going on here. Find out what's happening. It could be the 01 Dodge again, so let's see if it was something that the 01 Dodge did to bring out the caution. And I think that certainly brought out the caution. He went high in that debris up there, and he just lost it. And you just see that 01 Dodge coming up in the track and going down to the bottom and spinning around, and that certainly brings out the caution here on lap 7. And the 01 Dodge, evidently there's some problem with the car that Roy Hagemeyer, the driver of the car, is having a situation of getting under control here. And we can't stress this enough, folks. We got practice coming in on these games, these sim races. The races starts at 9 o'clock. Qualifying is at 8:40. There's a warm-up time of 10 minutes. So let me basically run it down to you. Practice opens up at 7:30 on Friday night. So you basically got an hour and 10 minutes to practice and get your car set up and get it right. Qualifying is at 8:40. Warm-up is at 8:50, and race promptly begins at 9 o'clock. So you've got plenty of time to come in and get your car set up, and we see him losing it again on the apron. And so evidently Roy Hagemeyer is having a bad night here at he's done spun around again. So but it's under caution. The field's under caution, so it doesn't really matter. But he's having a tough time with that car. So and look like he's parked it. So Roy Hagemeyer has retired his 01 Dodge this afternoon. We hate to see that, but hopefully he'll come back again next week. And we still ain't figured out why he's parked in Dave Martin's pit stall, but I think Dave will have something to say about that. But anyhow, rest of the field is doing real good as we see Ivan Champ here, our new race leader. You're on lap 9, followed closely by the 25 car, Ron Blackwell, the 31 Q Chestnut. The 73 of Dave Martin, the 8 of Mark Cruz, and the 169 car of Tina Hall. That's your top 5 cars here this afternoon. Mark Cruz in number 8, 6th. Dave Christensen 7th in that 61 Cam King Chevy. And last but not least is Brian Lawhead out of Fort White, Florida, in that 11 Gaines Throne, sponsored Ford Fusion. And for Brian Lawhead, we don't mind calling him Brian. That Brian is not Brian, but here's the thing: everybody knows him on the field and track around other neighborhoods as Lugnuts. So when I refer to him as Lugnuts, don't be alarmed, because that's Brian Lawhead that I'm talking about. The guy's been racing for over 10 years, so he knows how to race a car. And we're under caution here at lap 10. Ivan Deschamps, Valrico, Florida native, is leading the race here. I want to thank some of the guys from MSRL, Men's Senior Racing League, for coming over and joining here on Friday Night Thunder. Dave Martin, Dave Christensen, and Ron Blackwell. These guys come over from Men's Senior Racing League. They race on Sunday night. Their race starts at 9 o'clock. And they run all the tracks. About 100, 115, 25 laps, depending on the track. A shorter track like Bristol or Martinsville, a bit longer. But they're a good group of guys. Ron Blackwell is the administrator over there. You won't find a finer fella nowhere. Works with everybody. Make sure you get your car straightened out, get it in. Loves to race. Ron is a native of New Jersey. So I forgot exactly what the name of the town. I think it's somewhere between Delaware and New York. Anyhow, we see Ivan Deschamps, the 31, the 73, the 8, the 61, and 11 all come down pit road. The 19 of Ivan Deschamps leaving down pit road here this afternoon on lap 10. Fixed to be lap 11. We see Ron Blackwell and Tina Hall staying out on the track here. Guys coming into pits and getting some tires and gas, a few adjustments, whatever they can. See a little problem there with Dave Martin trying to get out the pits, and he had to back up just a little bit, and that cost him a position probably. We see the 19 of Ivan Deschamps, Valrico, Florida, come out and beat everybody off the pits. Dave Martin come out to pit second. And that 31 Wrangler Chevrolet come out third. So basically here under the rules, under the caution rules, if it's under caution, you can pit and come out of the pit road right straight on the track. As long as you make sure you look in your mirror and nobody's coming behind you, or you can get somebody's way. But normally on the green flag racing, you'll have to come down the back stretch and enter the track on the back stretch. But under caution is a little bit different ruling here. Also, we don't have a tire rule here. We don't have a fuel rule. You can get as much fuel tires as you want. We don't have a 2 or 3 caution rule that if you cause 2 cautions, you park your car. We don't have that. If you cause 2 cautions, regardless of where you're getting wrecked or self-spin or whatever, we recommend you going into pits, getting your cars fixed, repair whatever it is, put new tires on it, get back on the track. We want everyone here to finish the race. We don't want you to cause a melee, but if you do, you do. And that's one of the things here that's great about Friday Night Thunder. Kind of like the old school racing a little bit. We don't have all them rules and regulations here. We just follow the game rules, and that's it while you're in the game. And some leagues have it, some leagues don't. But ours, Friday Night Thunder, is one of the best as far as the old school racing. So you race, you wreck, get your car fixed, get back out on the track, finish the race. And we don't know yet if the somehow or another the light on top of the pace car is missing. They might have brought in another pace car, might be something on the other model. But all of a sudden we just noticed now the lights on the pace car is missing. The bar light. It looks like we're gonna have one more lap of caution here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. We'll give you a quick rundown of the field. Ron Blackwell is our leader, 25 MSRL sponsored Chevy. Tina Halls is in second place in that 169 AutoWorks Dodge. Ivan Deschamps in third in that Tampa Bay Buccaneers Dodge. Dave Martin is fourth in that Conservatives of America Ford Fusion, number 73. Keith Chestnut in that 31 Wrangler Jean Chevy. The old Dale Earnhardt paint scheme. Dale Earnhardt run many years is sixth. Dave Christensen in that 61 Cam Kings Chevrolet 7th. Brian Lawhead is number 8. Roy Hagemeyer number 10. So we missed Mark Cruz somehow or another. Let's see where we Mark Cruz is running 6th. Sorry about that, Mark, but we were going to talk about your car and your position, but we got high. Old song, because we got high, because we got high, because we got high. Anyhow, get back to the race. A little comedy there. I'm glad I don't do that for a living. I'd starve to death. Okay, guys, we're getting serious here now. Lap 13 here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Pace cars running 55 mile an hour. Looks like we might go green flag racing this time. Yep, sure do. The pace car is going to drop down on the apron of the pit road, and we're going to fix to go back to green flag racing here momentarily. Cars are lined up, getting ready to do it too. One more time. And they're off. Green flag is dropped. Pace car is off the track. The guys are running hard, and it looks like that 25 car of oh, we've had an accident right here. Let's see what's happened going on back here. Somebody in the back that just crashed. Don't know who it is. Let's see if we can figure out what's going on back here. We see the oh, looks like Tina Hall gets into a wall, and the 73 comes down in front of the 8. The 8 comes around and collects the 11 car, and the 61 car goes high on the outside and misses it. So another melee here this afternoon at the Las Vegas Motor Speedways. We see the 25 car, Ron Blackwell. Evidently he's got engine problems or water heating problems or something, a radiator or broke hose or something, but he is definitely showing some steam coming out the back of his car there, coming into turn 1 and 2. Tina Hall in that 169 car is trying to get out of that smoke. She goes high, and all of a sudden you see Dave Martin, that 73, try to dive down in front of the 8 car, collects him, looks like to do the ballerina dance. And as the 8 comes spinning around, that 11 has nowhere to go, so he nails the back end of that 8 car. And then the 8 spins around and hits the quarter panel of that 11 car and spins the 11 car sideways. The 8 car, Mark Cruz, is just along for the ride, spinning like a top. We see Dave Martin going down to the bottom of the track, and the 169 and the 61 get by both, actually all 3 wrecked vehicles. And Dave Martin is in that 73 Ford Fusion headed up to the outside wall. Can he get that car stopped? I don't think he can, but and he makes contact with the outside wall a little bit and bounces off. So 3 cars involved, actually 4 cars wrecking this afternoon, but only 3 with damage. So caution is once again is out on the track at lap 14 here. It seems like these guys are having a hard time, but that 25 car definitely was doing a little smoking coming into turn 1 and 2, and you still see a trail of smoke coming out of Ron Blackwell's number 25 Chevy Camaro. He snips the wall, so he's got problems here this afternoon here with that 25 car here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. He's going to have to go in the pits and get that thing fixed, or either he's going to lose an engine. These cars run high temperatures, around 219 to 229 degrees when they're racing. If they get clean air, they'll drop down to about 215, which is around 200 degrees, which water boils at 212 degrees. So if he can keep it down around 210, he should be good. But right now, Ron is definitely showing some problems with that 25 car. He needs to get to the pits and see what the problem is. They may take away some more grill tape or whatever. But that seems to be the gist of the matters here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway here this afternoon at Friday Night Thunder. I know some of you asking, will this race ever get going? Yes, it will. Like everything else, there are times that when you'll have situations like this. Remember back a couple years ago, we were racing, watching the race over in Texas, and it was a 100-lap race, and the first 9 cautions was just about every other lap. Every time they would clear a caution, they'd run a lap, cause another caution, clear that caution, run another lap. So it was chaos there for about the first 35 laps. But they finally got it out of the way and fixed it, and guys settle down here. You see them running nose to tail. Lap 16 here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway here this afternoon with Friday Night Thunder. As we go to caution, we're going to take another station break, and we'll be back momentarily. And welcome back, race fans and everybody. As you see some action here on pit road on lap 17, Ron Blackwell on that 25 Chevrolet is going into the pits to find out what's wrong with his car, reason he's smoking so much. Dave Christensen and that guy following the same suit going in his pits. So is Dave Martin, Keith Chestnut, all of the guys are in the pits. Mark Cruz in that 8X and Tina Hall in that 169 is all in the pits. I think that leaves one car out on the track, and that's going to be Ivan Deschamps, and that number 19 Dodge, sponsored by Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Is Ivan Deschamps here is lap 17 is our race leader. Following the pace cars, you see Ron Blackwell coming up behind him, taking second position. Keith Chestnut, that Wrangler Jean Chevrolet, taking up third. Roy Hagemeyer is out for the day. Dave Christensen, California native, is coming down with P4 here. That 61 Ken King's Chevy Camaro taking up a fourth position here. Dave's had a good run today, and he's avoided a couple of wrecks, so he's luck so far has held out. Dave Martin, that number 73 Conservative States of America Ford Fusion is running fifth. Tina Halls in that 169 Auto Works Dodge is sixth. Mark Cruz, number 8 Cheech and Chong Chevrolet, is seventh. And Brian Lawhead rounds out the top 8 here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway this afternoon. So we see a little bit of some of the other broadcasters like to call it shenanigans. We call it a little bump and run fun here this afternoon. You'll see the 25 bump to 19, and 31 bump to 25. And hope you don't bump one another hard. Now we see the 61 getting into it, but is the 61 going to be able to hook up and play? Looks like the guys are practicing slow motion nose to tail run here this afternoon. I think everybody's kind of slacked off and backed off. They don't want to cause no damage to their cars. We're still under caution here on lap 18. Hopefully we can get this race going green and run some long green laps. Be interesting to see. Their pit strategy here is going to be a little bit funny this afternoon. It's going to be a little bit different because these guys can run about 20 to 25 laps on their tank of fuel. So it's going to be interesting to see what kind of pit strategy these guys these drivers are going to use this afternoon to make it work for them as we see the pace car leading them around the track one more lap. And this should be the 1 lap to go when they cross the start finish line here. So when they come back around this time, it will be a green flag race. Maybe a little bit of discussion going on between the 19 and the 25. Last week's race at Michigan was one of those that worked out well for the third and fourth place car. But this is a different race, different track, and these guys are trying to keep their temperature under control in their racing suits as well as in their under the hood. So we'll see what happens. But Ivan Deschamps here, number 2, and right now it's showing Ron Blackwell in the first position, Ivan Deschamps in P2. As Ivan was leading the race and taking track's calling him to take over P1, so Ivan will be our race leader. He will decide which lane he wants to go. So it looks like Ivan Deschamps is going to take the outside here as the pace car goes down toward the pit, and we get ready to go green flag racing here this afternoon. Once more, here it goes. Green flags drops, and you see Ivan Deschamps in that 25 car. Ivan Deschamps in that 19, Ron Blackwell in that 25 car, running side by side here, racing for some real estate. That 31 is coming up on the back of that 19 and working hard here this afternoon, taking the low side of that track. There's the 25 and the 19, nose to tail on the high side. Ron Blackwell in that 25 drops down in front. That 31 right dead on him. As we see Dave Martin in that 73 kind of skinned the wall a little bit, gets go wide, gets up in that loose stuff, and he recovers. So it's the 25 to 19 and the 31 here battling for real estate this afternoon. That 25's taking the middle. They go almost, there's like that 31 just tap that 25 here and got him a little bit loose. And that 31 saw what was going on, so he backed off and shot high so he wouldn't spin him out. That 25 was able to recover. As we watch Ivan Deschamps here in that 31 take the lead this afternoon. We see the 31 and the 25 still battling with one another for that real estate. That 31 wants it. That 25 is not willing to give it up. So we see that 31 go on the bottom side here this afternoon. He does take that, makes that crossover. That 25 battling hard, battling back for that position. So you see them both, and it looks like they're both going to touch again. And that 25 gets sideways, but he recovers and doesn't cause caution. So, and that 25 having a tough afternoon here with that 31 and everything, trying to stay on the track. That 31's not giving it up. So evidently something got wrong with that 25. He's back down now to the 7th position. So that may have caused him some damage. That second contact between the 25 and the 31 may have caused the 25 some damage. And he fell back here to 6th place as he jumps in and tries to stay in front of that 73 car, Dave Martin. So now the 73 and 25 battling for real estate here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. And get back up to Dave Martin running in 17th, Hall running 8th. So we see Brian Lawhead in that 11 car, running number 5th, having a good day here. recovering from that earlier incident with him and Roy Hagemeyer. Dave Christensen running fourth here in that 61 car. Mark Cruz picked up third, so he went from last to third, and just a few laps here on lap 24 at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Keith Chestnut's running second in that 31 Wrangler Jean Chevrolet. He is running down that 19 of Ivan Deschamps lap by lap. You see that Ivan Deschamps in that 19 and that 31, Keith Chestnut running down the backstretch. That 31 is mounting some horsepower, and he's closing in on that 19. Just a couple laps ago, that 19 had a really good lead, but that lead has been shortened here by that 31. He is putting it on the mix here this afternoon. These guys run down the front stretch, across the start-finish line. That 31 is less than 2 car lengths behind him, and he's going to challenge him for the bottom here on lap 1 and 2. On turns 1 and 2. And it looks like that 31 is going to take him, running on the bottom, and 19's on the top. Once again, it goes in turn 3 and 4, and that 31 of Chevrolet Keith Chestnut taking over the lead here on lap 26. And that 19 back in the second position. Mark Cruz third. Dave Christensen fourth, and Brian Lawhead at the top, rounds out the top 5 here on lap 27 here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Mark Cruz in that number 8 Cheech and Chong Monster Chevrolet running in third here this afternoon. Dave Martin having a good run this afternoon. Dave Christensen had got a good run this afternoon. Was able to avoid some accidents here earlier on in the race and keep his car out of trouble. Seems to be wanting to run to the high side. And runs that outside lane, gets him a good run on that 8. Drops down and tries to challenge that 8 for position. As you see that 19 of Ivan Deschamps now has dropped back and a little bit. Looks like he may be able to try to save his tires. As you got 1, 2, 3 battle for second position here. You got Dave Christensen up to third. Ivan Deschamps fell back to fourth. Mark Cruz in that number 8 Chong Chevrolet picked up to another spot, so he's running second. Dave Christensen, that 61 Chevrolet, is wanting some of that real estate, so he's challenging for that P2 position. Ivan Deschamps running fourth. You see that 8 and that 61 battling it out here, coming into turn 1 at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Ivan Deschamps in that 19 car goes high, trying to look away to keep his tires cool and get a run on them, but he's not going to have enough speed. That 8 car and that 61 car is definitely doing some hard racing here this afternoon at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Dave Christensen trying his best to find a way to get around that number 8 car. Mark Cruz says, I ain't having it, so just get it done. Mark Cruz is running that low to middle line. Dave Christensen run the middle to the high line. They come off of turn 2 back down the back stretch. And you see Mark Cruz get a little squirrely there going on. He got down and got too close to the apron, so that's going to give Dave Christensen the second position here this afternoon. Dave running his car, hitting his marks, and making a pretty good lead over that third place car of Mark Cruz. Trying his best to run down that race leader, that 31 Wrangler Jean Chevrolet. We're on lap 32. Mark Cruz still running in P3. Having a good run this afternoon here. Fell back a little bit. You'll see here his marks. He may be closing on the back of that 61 of Dave Christensen. Dave Martin in that 73 Conservative America Ford Fusion is looking at the back of that number 8 car of Mark Cruz, and he may be closing in on him. Looks like he's trying to gain a little real estate on him. So Dave Martin here is running 4th position this afternoon here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. As we see Brian Lawhead and Ivan Deschamps. Brian Lawhead in that 11 Ford Fusion, and Ivan Deschamps in that 19 Dodge having a little battle here this afternoon. Brian's fell back to 6th position. And, I don't know if that's because he fell back or because of Ivan passing him, but they definitely have a 5 or 6 position race right here. Both of them trying to challenge for the same real estate. And as you see, the 19 of Ivan Deschamps go around 11 of Brian Lawhead. Pretty close on this. We're less than 4 car lengths back, so dropping back just a little bit. Brian may be trying to save his tires. Tina Hawes has pulled in here on lap 34, and she's getting service with her car. And she's out of her pit stall and on the way back out to the track. That'll put her a lap down with the leaders. And she goes a lap down. These guys are going to have to come in here momentarily. We see the 61 challenging the 31 and makes a pass on in turn 2. So now Dave Martin is Dave Christensen, our new race leader here on lap 36, as he takes over position and takes that position away from Keith Chestnut here this afternoon on lap 37. As they come around turns 1 and 2. So, and Keith Chestnut may be suffering some tire wear. That's why he might have backed off a little bit. So he may be getting ready to pit. So it's getting ready about time for these guys to make a green flag pit stop unless there's going to be a caution. So any time now, these guys may be coming in for a green flag pit stop to get tires and fuel. Question is, how many tires will they get? I know they'll get a full 4 tanks of fuel. Still got a long way to run here this afternoon. So Dave Christensen is our race leader. Keith Chestnut's 31, running 2nd. Dave Martin's in 3rd. Mark Cruz in 4th. Ivan Deschamps 5th. Brian Lawhead in 6th. Ron Blackwell running in 7th. Tina Hall is in 8th. We see Dave Christensen getting her done here this afternoon, leading the race. Dave's had a good run here this afternoon, staying out of trouble and avoided a couple of incidents. And 61 Cam King's sponsored Chevy Camaro getting her done here on lap 39 this afternoon. Lap 39 of 107 laps here. It's going to be an exciting race. If this keeps up, we're going to see we may see some green flag pit stops. That's going to jumble up the field. We see somebody on pit road now. Let's see who it is. It's Brian Lawhead in that 11 Ford Fusion. He's coming in on lap 39 and getting some tires on his car. He's getting right side tires and left side tires. He's getting a tank full of that Sunoco fuel. And that's a 14-second pit stop, and he's out of his pit stall and on his way out to pit road. So that's going to may put him a lap down this afternoon. And he's just looking right now as Dave Christensen goes by the 11 car, so that's going to put the 11 car a lap down. He will be the lucky dog if a caution comes out. So Brian Lawhead 1 lap down this afternoon. So we see Dave Christensen peel off and going into pits, so he loses his lead over, turns the lead back over to Keith Chestnut this afternoon. Dave Christensen going into pits here on lap 41 with less than just a few laps to go before the halfway mark. Dave Christensen going down the pits, followed by Dave Martin. So it's the Dave and Dave show here on the pits this afternoon, as we see the number 8 has missed his pit stall and had to back up. So we see the 61 and the 73 and the number 8 all in the pits. The number 8 kind of missed his pit stall and had to back up. So he's in it now, and it looks like he's having a pretty good time at it. Dave Christensen goes in the pits, gets 4 tires and gas, and he's back out of pit road and headed back off the track, followed by Dave Christensen and Mark Cruz. Here on lap 42 this afternoon. Don't mind me, folks. I'm just firing up a Marlboro. Let's go through the field right here and see. And you see Keith Chestnut in that 31 coming into the pits. We don't know why these pit stalls are out of whack, but they are. But anyhow, the 31's come in and got fuel and tires. Now we see the 19 coming in doing the same thing. He's still our race leader. And he's coming out of the pits now. So it just got passed by Dave Christensen and Dave Martin. So it dropped Keith Chestnut back to third position here. You see him going around the backside of the track, the backstretch, and entering the backstretch under green flag conditions. That's what he's supposed to do. Keith Chestnut, that 31 Ranger Jean Chevrolet, running in third position. Dave Martin picked up number 2 spot. Goes around the 169 car of Tina Hall. Dave Christensen is our race leader here on lap 44. Still having a good run here this afternoon at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, Friday Night Thunder. Getting his marks and running in the middle of the track and having a good run here this afternoon at Las Vegas. Dave Christensen drives with confidence in his car because he runs with the MSRL, Men's Senior Racing League. If you're interested in joining the Men's Senior Racing League, basically your requirements are just to be able to race sim racing and be up to 35 years of age or older, and you are qualified to run in the Men's Senior Racing League. So if you want to join the Men's Senior Racing League, you can look them up on the website. www.msrl.us, all capital letters. Be sure to type that in your search bar, and that'll bring you up to the Men's Senior Racing League website. And on the left-hand side of the page, you can see all the rules and regulations, what racing they'll have, who's in the standings, and whatnot. Just all kinds of information on that page. And, basically, they run old school. Old school style racing. Much like Friday Night Thunder, they have pretty much the same rules. Get out there and have fun. If you wreck, get the spin out of something, go get the fence, get your car fixed, get back out on the track, and finish the race. We watch Dave Christensen coming around turns 1 and 2, still in the lead here this afternoon. On lap 48 at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. See Dave Martin in second position back there. Has really put the fuel to it trying to catch that 61 car. But still got a long way to go in this race. We see the 31 now, Mark Cruz, running in 8th position. Dave Christensen is still our race leader. Dave Martin's in second. Keith Chestnut's in third. Coming up on the back of that 8 car, Mark Cruz, trying to put him a lap down here this afternoon on lap 49 here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. I don't think there'll be a lot of competition between those two. Mark and Keith have been long-time friends for 5 years plus, and Keith would do the same thing for Mark. If Mark had a faster car, he would slide up and let Mark go by. So Mark, that's exactly what Mark's done. He slid at the track, let that 31 go by. He's got a little faster car. But Mark's still competitive, though. He's not going to give it up that easy. So Mark's kind of like Ryan Newman. If you want it, you know how to work for it. But Mark races other drivers clean, and that's makes a good sportsman. He's well thought of in the pits and garage area. So once again, that 31 is taking over third position over Mark Cruz here, who's running 4th. I'm sorry, Mark Cruz is not 4th. Ron Blackwell 4th. Brian Lawhead's 5th. Ivan Deschamps fell back to 6th. Tina Hall's is 7th, and Mark Cruz is 8th. So Mark Cruz goes another lap down here this afternoon at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Sponsored by Cheech and Chong. Tina Hall's in that 169 car, AutoWorks Dodge. She's having a good run here this afternoon. and doing really, really well. She's a couple laps down. But Tina knows where to push her car. She's still in the learning stage. Even though she don't have no rookie stripes on the back of her car, she's still in the learning stage and doing a fantastic job here. She has finished all but one of our series races and doing a fine job at that. Watch Tina Hall in that 169 car go around the start finish line and cross coming into turn one. Having a good run, got her car pretty much a little bit slower, but it's still dialed in as far as handling is concerned. And she's going down the backstretch and then being in danger of going another lap down with Dave Christensen coming up behind her. Dave's our race leader. So here on lap 51, Dave Christensen's running his race and hitting his marks. May put pretty well could put Tina Hall a lap down here, another lap down if caution comes out. But, oh, you see Dave get a little sideways and kind of struck the wall there. So on lap 52, Dave hits the wall there going around turn 1 and 2 and gets sideways, and that might cost him a little bit of position. That's going to give Dave Martin a chance to close in on him here on lap 3 and 4. And Tina Hall's running a good race here this afternoon. And she's coming in, maybe coming in for pit for service for her car. And that's exactly what she does. We see the 31 go by. Tina Hall's going into pits here on lap 52. Dave Martin is still in P2 and trying his best to run down Dave Christensen, who's still our race leader here on lap 56. Tina Hall's coming in for a service for her car, getting her pits. Getting right side tires. And getting left side tires and a tank full of Snuffer fuel should be out momentarily. Leaving the pits. I remind all the drivers this afternoon the pit road speed is 50 miles per hour, so if you give a penalty, they'll have to serve it. Tina Hall now drops back to the last position here, coming out of the pits. Mark Cruz running in 7th. Having a good run here this afternoon at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. A Renfrew, Ontario, Canada native, Mark Cruz, and his brother Richard. Richard will be joining us hopefully in the next race. And Mark Cruz having a good run here this afternoon. Brian Lawhead in that 11 Game of Thrones Ford Fusion coming into the pits. And it's like Tina Hall had to, Tina Hall's got a penalty. She's going to have to serve a penalty coming to drive through the pit for speeding. Here on lap 57. So Brian Lawhead coming in his pits to get some service for his car. You'll see right side tires being exchanged. And the left side tire is being changed. Tina Hall's had to serve a drive-through. Brian Lawhead now leaving the pits here on that number 11 Games of Thrones Ford Fusion, coming back out on the pits. He's going to go a lap down. Having a shop here in that Dodge, number 19 Dodge, sponsored by Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You see Ron going into the pits, Ron Blackwell. 31 of the Q Chestnut still running 3rd. Having a good run this afternoon here. Speeds dropped off just a little bit for that 31 Wrangler Genie Chevrolet, but that's not because of the tire wear we have this afternoon. This tire is notorious. If you run it hard lap after lap, you won't last the full fuel run, so you have to be careful on these tires to make sure that you get your tires and your fuel running about the same distance here, so you can do both of them at the same time. So let's see, Dave Martin coming into the pits here, lap 61. Dave Christensen still our race leader here on lap 62. Here at Las Vegas Motor Dave Christensen is coming to the pits here this afternoon on lap 62, getting service for his vehicle. That's going to hand over the lead to Keith Chestnut in that 31 Wrangler Jean Chevrolet Camaro here on lap 63. Is see when he's going to come into the pits and get service for his car, but he's still out on the track, so evidently he has got a little bit of life left in his tires, got a little bit of gas in his tank. He's going to run them out as he comes around turns 1, getting his marks. He's on that throttle coming out of turn 1. Coming into turn 1, he backs off the throttle. He never hits his brakes. Just eases out the throttle and holds the throttle in a steady position. And then when he gets out of the corners, he eases back down the gas again and forwards it. So that's a good strategy on his part. He's working that gas pedal. You can hear him come down the front stretch still on the track here this afternoon. Smooth on that steering wheel, as you can see. Pretty smooth on that steering wheel as he works himself around turn 2. Passes the 8 car down low, coming out of the pits. Here on lap 66. With 40 laps to go here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Still a little bit low age to go here in this race. Who's he going to be? Showing Keith Chestnut, that 31 Wrangler Jeans sponsored Chevy Camaro here in first place. As we see that 31 peeling off. Feel like he's going to make a pit stop here. And he does. He makes his pit stop. Coming down pit road, being sure not to be careful not to speed. Pit road speed here at 50 mile an hour this afternoon. Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Dave Martin showing in second. Dave Christensen showing in third. Ron Blackwell showing in fifth. Has worked his way back up to top 5. Ivan Shomp's running 5th. I'm sorry, Ron Blackwell's 4th. Ivan Shomp's 5th. Mark Cruz has worked himself back up to P6. Tina Halls is 7, and Brian Lawhead is coming into the pits. We don't know what's he's kind of slow there, so we don't know what happened to Brian, but Brian's coming down pit road here in last place. Caution has come out here this afternoon on lap 68. We're trying to figure out what's going on. It may be because of Brian Lawhead. He may have spun around coming into pit road. Yep, and that's exactly what he's done. We see the 8 car, Brian Lawhead, coming into the pits, and he drops down below that apron before slowing his car down. He was doing 142 mile an hour on that apron, and he's trying to hold on to it, but she's going to spin around and hits that apron, spins the back end of that car around. That's going to bring out the caution here on lap 62 this afternoon here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. I'm sorry, lap 68. So Brian Lawhead is 1 lap down. As we see the 31 that was going in the pits was planning on getting service on his car, but as we see him going in the pits here on lap 67, and caution came out and Brian Lawhead spun around, and so that was That was a drive-through for the 31 car, realizing that if he had pitted, it would have been a penalty. So he just decides, okay, well, I'll just make a drive-through, and that's what he did. He makes a drive-through. Pace car is out, so pace car is coming out, so he still gets his retains his lead. You know, lap 68 here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. And while the pace car is gathering up the field in position, we're going to take a station break. We will be back momentarily. And welcome back, everyone, and hello, race fans, once again here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. I'm your host, Bill Deal, and we're under caution here on lap 70 due to a spin out of the 11 car going into the pits and getting a little wild. But nonetheless, we're under caution here as we see our leader, Keith Chestnut, in that 31 Wrangler T Chevrolet leading the pack this afternoon. A lot of cars got to wave around because there were some of them were a lap down, and the officials gave these guys their wave around. To 31 to 73 to 61 to 8, 25 all pitting. Ooh, looks like that 31 to 73 made a little contact though. 73 didn't get directly in his pit, so 31 thought he could miss him, but there may be some front end damage on the front of that 31 car, but not a lot. Jumps down at the bottom, now comes back up, so he may have been talking to his pit crew about damage on his car, showing him in second position as we go to the field and see showing Ivan Deschamps, that 19 Dodge. The race leader here this afternoon, lap 71. As Ivan Deschamps peels off to go to pit road. Right in front of him is the 11 car Brian Lawhead. The rest of the cars are going to stay out on the track. So that's going to put the 31 car in the lead this afternoon here on lap 71. Dave Martin is going to be in the second position here in lap 72 across the start-finish line. Dave Christensen in position 3. Ron Blackwell in position 4. Ivan Deschamps running 5th in the pits, getting service of his car. Mark Cruz in 6th, Tina Halls in 7th, and Brian Lochhead in 8th. Tina Halls up front, showing 1 lap down in 7th position. Ivan Deschamps getting tired of the fuel for his 19 Tampa Bay Buccaneers sponsored Dodge coming out of the pits, catching up to the rest of the field. Ron Blackwell in that 25 Camaro showing 4th. Dave Christensen showing 3rd. And back to the leader of Keith Chestnut in that 31 Chevrolet Camaro sponsored by Wrangler Jeans. You see the 31 peel off and go into pit road and check his evidently he's made communication with his crew chief, and they want to check him, the fender, that front fender where him and Dave Martin made contact in the pit, so they want to check that and make sure it's not going to be a problem him out on the racetrack, except his aerodynamics. As you see, Tina Halls in the 169 car gets the lucky dog. She's gets to go by the field, go by the pace car, making her lap back up and going around the track here at turns 3 and 4. She's at 31 coming out of the pits and going around turn 2. Just in front of the 169 Dodge, Auto Works, sponsored Dodge. Tina Halls, they take position. Tina a little bit hard on the brakes, but trying to get that thing wound up. So the field lines up this afternoon. Puts the 31 car Keith Chestnut in 5th position. Ivan Deschamps in 4th. Ron Blackwell's in 3rd. Dave Christensen in 2nd. Dave Martin is our race leader. Pace car goes in pit road and we're getting ready to go back to green flag racing. Here on lap 73 at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Riding out thunder. Here they go. Dave Martin jumps out to lead here. Challenged by, it looks like the 61 and the 25 getting a little bit of accident here. And started right here at the start. They get together here, and let's see what entails with that. And we see Dave Martin running the race lead here. And 61 looks like he goes up a little bit, and 25 comes down. Dave Christensen's right front fender makes contact with Ron Blackwell's left rear quarter pound, and it sends them both into a ballerina dance. And Ron Blackwell trying his best to gather his car up. And he hits that 45-degree incline there at the at pit road, and it sends him on 2 wheels. Sends Dave Christensen's car flying up, spinning around. You see both of these guys. And you see Ron Blackwell on his side here as he spins around, hits the track, and all of a sudden, there comes Tina Halls, and she has nowhere to go. She makes contact with the 25. Both of them put themselves into the wall as the 31 sneaks by here on the bottom side of the track. And it's just a melee here. As you see Ron Blackwell up on his side. This may be it for Ron Blackwell. This accident right here looks like they did a lot of damage. And then Tina Hall collects into him and she has nowhere to go, and that's going to throw Ron Blackwell's car up and over the top of the 169. So and the 169 goes up under him. A little bit of damage on top puts Ron Blackwell down on all fours as he spins out of control here. Lap 74 in turn 1 and turn 2 here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway here, Friday night racing. So we've had some action here this afternoon. Can he get his stuff running and get it going? There's Dave Christensen trying to get his car straightened out and get himself where he can get back on the track. I'm pretty sure these guys are going to pits when the pit road's open and get some work done on their cars. So Dave Christensen shown in 4th position here. Ron Blackwell running 5th, Mark Cruz 6th, Tina Hall 7th, Brian Lawhead 8th. That's going to put our race leader as Dave Martin here in that 73 Ford Fusion. Coming around as 1 and 2. Ivan Deschamps in P2 in 2nd position. Keith Chestnut, that 31 Wrangler Jean Chevrolet, is going to be on 3rd. Dave Christensen in 4th, Ron Blackwell 5th, Mark Cruz 6th, and Tina Hall 7th. As we see Dave Christensen trying to get his car stopped. Evidently his radio's knocked out. That little incident he had, but he'll probably go in the pits and get another radio. As we're under caution here this afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, on lap 72 at Las Vegas Motor Speedway with Friday Night Thunder. We'll be back momentarily. Okay, welcome back everybody, and hello race fans. We're back live here again at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. What you just witnessed, everybody had to kind of stop and wait for the pace car. It had a little problem getting off the pit road, so the officials told them to hold on a second, kind of slow down or stop, waiting for the pace car to pass them. That's what he did. And evidently there's a little bit of a server issue here this afternoon going on. Some cars disappearing, some not. We don't know if we're going to get this race done or not, but it looks like the pace car has fell back again, so evidently they're having some kind of server lag issue this afternoon here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. The pace car once again passes the field and takes over the lead, and leads the pack of cars around the track here at lap 77 with only 30 laps to go. See Ivan Deschamps in that 19 Tampa Bay Buccaneers Dodge in 2nd position. Dave Martin in 1st. Dave Martin is our leader here this afternoon. Keith Chestnut going down pit road getting service for his car, that 31 Wrangler Jean Chevrolet coming out of pits. Ron Blackwell in 4th, leaving the pits. Dave Christensen in 5th, Mark Cruz in 6th, Tina Hall in 7th, and Brian Lawhead brings up number 8. Last but certainly not least. Pace car leading the guys around, and all the drivers around, turn 3 and 4. Don't mind me, I'm smoking weed. All right, Mark Cruz. See these guys, a lot of these guys coming off 19, 11, and 8. Coming down pit road here, and the rest of the guys staying up on the track here. Dave Martin still our race leader. Ivan Shant second, coming down pit road. He's probably going to lose that spot. Ron Blackwell's 4th. Well, now it's changing so fast, can't keep up with it. So let's go back to Dave Martin here. Dave Martin's our race leader. Keith Chestnut now is in 2nd. Ron Blackwell's in 3rd. Dave Christensen 4th. Deschamps 5th. Mark Cruz 6th. Tina Hall 7th. Brian Lawhead 8th, but that liable to change coming off pit road. So let's look at Dave Christensen, native of California, running this race here this afternoon, having a good run. Got a little squirrely, got in the wall early, but got that damage fixed, got back out on the track. You see, I was looking at the back of Dave Christensen's car, and the rest of the guys coming up on the field. I think the official decided that a couple, 3 of these cars got the end of the longest line penalty. For what we don't know, but check with the visuals and see. Inside view of Dave Christensen's 61 car. We're still under caution here at lap 78. Looking at the back of Dave's car. We've got our Helicam flying alongside Dave Christensen in that 61 Chevrolet. You see Mark Cruz in that 88 Cheeky Chong special. On the side of Dave's Christensen's car, the rest of the field back there. You see the 11 car, the 31 to 169 to 19. You'll see 73 and 25. So right now, as it stands, we've got basically the first 3 cars: Dave Martin, Ron Blackwell, and Dave Christensen, all MSRL drivers. They're leading the pack here this afternoon, Friday Night Thunder, trying to make a statement. Will they do it? That's the biggest question. There's a lot of racing still left going on. Basically about across the start finish line this time, there'll be 27 laps to go. So it'll be interesting to see who will be crowned king this afternoon here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway here, the South Point Casino and Motel 107. Pace car is off, getting ready to go green. So we see Dave Martin here is the leader. Ron Blackwell in 2nd. Dave Christensen 3rd. I'm sorry. Here to go. Ron Blackwell diving hard on that outside. Trying to get a little close there. Do a little rubbing. Didn't quite work. 73. I'm not going to buy it. I'm going down to the bottom. See you later. So Dave Martin takes over the lead here this afternoon, and Mark Cruz is coming up behind him. You can see Ron Blackwell across the wall a little bit, coming around turn 2. 31 dropping down low. 61 up high. Basically, you got 3 cars running for real estate. Yet number 8 car is a lap down, so he's up there trying to get his lap back the old-fashioned way. See Ron Blackwell out running in second position, being challenged by that 31 Wrangler Jean Chevrolet coming up on the bottom side. with some real estate as he drops behind that 25 car. Trying to follow that draft a little bit, get some of that speed build up. We can jump out there and give him a good challenge. Down the front stretch. Pit of Ron Blackwell's cars, he sees right in front of his windshield what he's got out in front of his windshield. Look what's in his rear view mirror. So yeah, Ron's got to drive that car. He's having a tough time trying to hold on to it. He's a little squirrely with it. He's trying his best to hold on to it, get a chance for that 31 down low, and that 31 just getting by him. So it's like Ron's gonna drop back down to third. That 31 makes a pass on here. 1 and 2. Dave Martin's our race leader here this afternoon, Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Getting her done here. You see him come around turns 1. Mark Cruz at number 8, still trying to challenge Dave Martin to get his lap back. Working hard on the bottom, sliding up a little bit, and trying to make things work for him. Dave Martin, our race leader here, lap 85. Brian Lawhead in the 8th position here, running with just ahead of Ivan Deschamps here. Tina Hall's in that running at 169 car in 7th position. She fell back. She is suffering some mechanical issues. We don't know what they are yet. A lot of radio chatter about it. Mark Cruz in that 8 car, trying his best to close in on that leader Dave Martin. Mark is a lap down, trying to get his lap back the old-fashioned way. Ivan Deschamps running in 5th here, having a good run this afternoon. Top 5. Ron Blackwell in 4th, and came back from last place and working up toward the front of the field. Dave Christensen, that 61 Cam King Chevrolet, trying his best to run down that 31 in front of him. So he might be closing the distance a little bit. Keith Chestnut, that 31 Chevy Camaro here, running in 2nd. Trying his best to run that Dave Martin and that Ford Fusion. Trying to run him down here on lap 87 with 10 laps left to go. I'm sorry, 20 laps left to go. Las Vegas Motor Speedway, Friday Night Thunder action. And I know I get tongue-tied, folks, but I'm old. What's y'all think? Plus, I'm retired, so, you know. But anyhow, getting back to the race. See that 31 drop down to the bottom, working on that 8X. Caught up with him and looking to put a pass on him with that 8X, hold him up so he can't make a pass. And that 8 trying his best to get his position back, get his lap back. And that 31 right dead on that number 8, so he's going to drop down to the bottom side of the track, racing down the back stretch. Is he going to be able to have enough room to pass it? He's working on the bottom side. Go over the door right now. Both of them running side by side here, and that 31 is trying to catch up to that 73. But that 8X is not having it, so he's going to make it work for it. So it looks like that 31 is going to have to put a little extra effort to it. You see that 8 get down and hits the 31 and bounces up, hits the wall a little bit. That's going to slow that 8 down and give that 31 an opportunity to grab it. And that 61 working on the back of that 31. So it's a 73, 31, and 61 show here this afternoon. Got 8 spots back, trying to get his lap back. And 31 says, okay, I got to go. Here he goes. He's put a little extra lead on his the 61 car of Dave Christensen here. So it's the 31 and the looks like the 31's gonna peel off and get fuel here. Here on lap 91, 31 is pitted a little early, which all of them are gonna have to pit because they will not make it on fuel to the end of the race. So this may put the 31 out in front when he comes out of the pits in a couple of laps when everyone cycles through. You see the 8X, you see the 73 pitting, 61 pitting, the 8X pitting, and now the 25 pitting. So all of them are following the 31's lead here. Ivan Sharp that put him as the race leader here on lap 93. Dave Martin in second, Dave Christensen third, Ron Blackwell fourth. Keith Chestnut comes out the pits in fifth on the lead lap. He goes around between the 1 and 2 on the apron. Comes out of 2 on the back stretch and gets back over the track and hammers down. Mark Cruz is in the pits, Dave Christensen and Dave Martin in the pits. Tina Hall still running the track. She hadn't pitted yet. Brian Lawhead running the last position here, number 8 at number 11 Ford Fusion. And the pit Scott serviced his car, so let's see what he can do. He may come back. Like he's having a little issue here with his mechanical problems. He's still suffering from them, so everything that didn't get fixed in the pits. So Brian Lawhead running number 8 here this afternoon. Resident of Fort White, Florida. Ivan Shamp still our race leader here on that 19 Tampa Bay Buccaneers Dodge. Here on lap 95. Will he pit this time, or will he keep going? It looks like he's going to pit this time. So Ivan Shamp is going to give himself some pit road speed here. Be careful not to speed on pit road. You see Dave Martin now running in second place at 31. Running third. Both of these guys are trying to take over 1 and 2 spot. Dave Christensen in that 61 running fourth. Ivan Shamp still showing the race leader here on the pit road. And it shows right now Dave Martin lead and Keith Chestnut second. These guys on lap 96 run 1 and 2 here, going down the backstretch of Las Vegas Motor Speedway and battling for position. Every lap that 31 gets a little bit closer to that 73. So that's these guys are racing one another pretty hard here. They come up on the lap traffic of the 11 car who goes high, allows the 31 to 73 to go by him. 61 still trying to bring up the rear here, trying to catch the 31 to 73. You see that 31 go in the middle of the track, 73 get high. 10 laps to go here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Who will become the winner? The question is right now, can Dave Martin hold that 31 off? Dave Martin running in first position here on that 73 Ford Fusion. The 31 Wrangler Gene Chevy keeps that working on the bottom, getting closer and closer. Almost nose to tail as they come across the start finish line. About 4 car lengths between them. As that 31 closes the gap a little bit, that 73 goes high. Lap 99. That 31 drops behind him, gets a little draft help. Both of them running pretty close. 31 at 73. Good race this afternoon here lap 100, and they crossed both of them past the lap car of 169 of Tina Hall. Still battling for the lead here. Looks like that 73 is going to be our race winner if he can hold that 31 off. That 31 is trying his best to try to catch him. They do get a little close there in the corners, but it seems like that 73 is a little bit stronger on the back stretch. 31 is close to distance now, about 2 car lengths. They go around turns 1 and 2. 31's closing the distance on him here at lap 101. Dave Christensen in that 3rd place trying to come up behind him. See that 31 drop down low. And that 73 staying in the middle of the high part of the track. 31 now is about 2 or 3 car lengths behind him now going into turn 1. We've got a good battle going on here this afternoon at Las Vegas Motor Speedway between 73 and 31. It's a battle between Friday Night Thunder and Mamiya Senior Racing League, and they're side by side going down the front stretch. 31 drops down below the oval, and they're running door to door here. See, can that 31 hold his position and take over the lead here? Dave in that 73 car challenging him on the outside. That 103 here, they're running side by side. 73 up high, the 31 down low. Can that 31 get him? We see the 169 feel off the pit. Oh, and that 73 pops the wall just a little bit, so that's going to slow him up, and that's going to give 31 the lead here this afternoon at lap 104. So lap 104 here, because 73 skint the wall a little bit, that's going to give 31 the lead. Can he hold that 73 off? Because we know that 73 is fast going down the back stretch. Can he hold him off? That 31 dropping down, that 73 trying his best to come back up, running high, trying to hold that speed. So we see 31 and the 73 here this afternoon. The 73 dropped back about 5-6 car lengths. Turn 1 and 2, running high. 31 not giving up, running the same thing. He's going to have to run high this time because of the lap car of 169. Comes off the coast to the 169, but he makes a pass on Tina Hall, and so does Dave Martin in that 73. So 1 more lap to go here. Can they do it? Can that 73 hold him off? Ivan Schunk showing in 5th position. Ron Blackwell showing in 4th. Dave Christensen in 3rd. Dave Martin in 2nd. Keith Chestnut's holding the lead right here, right now, in that 31 Chevrolet. Can he hold him off? Last lap here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Does he have what it takes to hold that 73 Ford Fusion off? And if they come around turn 4, let's say something bad happens, look like that 31 is going to be the winner here this afternoon as Dave Martin goes through the grass. The winner, the 31 Wrangler Jeans sponsored Chevy Camaro. Keith Chestnut has won the South Point Casino Hotel 107 here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway this afternoon. With Dave Martin coming in 2nd, Dave Christensen 3rd, Ron Blackwell 4th, Ivan Deschamps 5th, Mark Cruz 6th, Tina Hall 7th, Brian Lawhead runs in 8th, and Roy Hagemeyer comes in last at 9th, DNF. So that's going to do it, folks, here this afternoon. The Las Vegas Motor Speedway. We want to thank y'all for joining us and welcome. I'm glad you could join us this afternoon, and we welcome everybody here next week as we go to Charlotte for the Charlotte Mountain Dew 105. You see the 31 down on the start-finish line doing his victory burnout and bashing fenders and stuff. He don't care. He's a win for him. So we want to thank everybody for joining us. The 31 has won the race this afternoon at Las Vegas Motor Speedway at the South Point Casino and Hotel 107. Thank you for joining us, folks. I'm Bill Deal, your host. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, have a good day.